Turkmenistan, located in the heart of Central Asia, shares borders with several notable nations: Iran to the south, Afghanistan to the southeast, Uzbekistan to the north, Kazakhstan to the northwest, and the vast Caspian Sea to the west. Known for its reclusiveness, similar to North Korea, Turkmenistan is often called the North Korea of Central Asia because of its stark isolation from the rest of the world. This enigmatic country is one of the least explored destinations by global travelers, possibly because of its shroud of mystery that even surpasses North Korea's. With an estimated population of just 6.5 million people, Turkmenistan is among the least populous countries on the planet. Although getting into Turkmenistan can be a challenge, with its strict visa policies and a reputation as one of the least accessible countries for tourists, this doesn't diminish the allure of its natural and cultural attractions. According to World Atlas, Turkmenistan hides little-known wonders that are worth exploring. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, take a moment to do so before we move on. Ashgabat, the capital, is a city of striking contrasts, where the luxury of modern buildings masks some of the country's less glamorous realities. Much like North Korea, Turkmenistan remains an enigma, with significant barriers that make traveling and exploration difficult. Securing a visa to visit this intriguing destination is a complex task, reflecting its status as one of the least traveled places in Asia. Turkmenistan is notoriously hard to access, a reality that reflects the complexity and isolation of its visa policies. Ruled by a regime that has remained closed off to external scrutiny for years, the country ranks almost at the bottom of the Global Press Freedom Index, placing 179th out of 180 countries, according to the 2020 Press Freedom Index. This combination of factors leads many to compare Turkmenistan to North Korea, calling it its equivalent in Central Asia. Turkmenistan is a vibrant cultural melting pot, with a population estimated at over 6.5 million people. This diverse group consists of Turkmen, Uzbeks, Russians, Kazakhs, and Tatars. In everyday life, Turkmen express themselves in the country's official language. Economically, the manat is the currency in circulation, supporting a market rich in natural resources and agricultural products like oil, natural gas, silk, cotton, fish, carpets, and fruits. Culturally and spiritually, Turkmenistan is predominantly Sunni Muslim, with 89% of the population adhering to this faith. Eastern Orthodox Christianity also has a significant presence, encompassing 9% of the residents. Besides these, other religious beliefs are practiced by about 2% of the population, showing the country's spiritual diversity. Turkmenistan is a country full of quirks and remarkable feats, with much of its territory made up of inaccessible deserts, where 80% consists of arid and uninhabitable landscapes. Despite these conditions, some of the inhabitants adopt a nomadic lifestyle, moving from place to place as needed. Ashgabat, the capital, is the epicenter of architectural wonders and world records, many of which are listed in the Guinness Book of Records. Highlights include the world's largest carpet and the largest Ferris wheel encased in a cultural and entertainment center. The city is also known for having the largest star-shaped structure, the most buildings covered in white marble, and the largest horse-shaped building. Interestingly, Ashgabat enforces very specific rules, such as banning black and dirty cars from its streets, which adds a unique touch to the already impressive list of feats and local regulations. During the tenure of Gurbanguly Liberty Muhammadov, from 2000 to 2022, Turkmenistan adopted some pretty unusual policies, especially regarding the use of automobiles. One of the most curious laws implemented by the president banned black cars in Ashgabat, the country's capital. Starting in 2015, this restriction initially applied only to imported vehicles, but soon extended to include all cars of this color owned by local residents. Moreover, dirty vehicles were barred from the capital, which ended up encouraging a boom in car wash businesses around Ashgabat. In 2022, Turkmenistan made international headlines by becoming the first country to implement a total ban on black cars. This extreme measure caught many car owners by surprise, especially when they discovered their cars had been removed without prior notice, according to reports from Karlsruhe, a local source. These quirky policies from Muhammadov's government reflect one of the most bizarre aspects of governance in the country. It was later discovered that many cars were towed by the police due to the enforcement of a rule that prohibits dark-colored cars. To get their vehicles back, owners had to agree to repaint them in lighter colors, with white, the president's preferred color, being the most recommended choice. With the sudden demand for light-colored paints, the price of the service at local shops skyrocketed from $500 to $1,000. The reason behind this peculiar regulation remains a mystery, as there was no official statement from the Turkmen government. However, President Gurbang Uli Berdimuhamedov, known for his superstitions, is often cited as the driving force behind this policy. Additionally, Turkmenistan had already been enforcing a ban on tinted car windows since 2014, solidifying its history of strict and unusual automotive laws. Sapar Murat Niyazov, president of Turkmenistan from 1991 to 2006, was known for his eccentric laws aimed at preserving the country's traditional culture. Among his most notable bans were gold teeth, opera, and the use of spandex. Niyazov, who seemed to enjoy wielding power, also made quirky decisions like naming the days of the week after members of his family. Additionally, Turkmenistan is home to a quite unique natural attraction, the Darvaza crater, also known as the Door to Hell. Located in the desert, this crater has been burning in continuous flames for over 40 years, not because of volcanic activity, but due to natural gas emanating from the ground. This phenomenon is part of the peculiar legacy and curiosities that mark the country's history under Niyazov's rule. The mysterious Darvaza crater, known as the Door to Hell, has an uncertain origin that dates back to 1971, when Soviet geologists exploring the Karakum Desert in Turkmenistan accidentally discovered an underground cave filled with natural gas. The ground beneath the drilling rig collapsed, creating the crater which, to prevent the dispersion of methane gas, was set on fire and has been burning ever since. Today, this phenomenon is one of the country's major tourist attractions, often at the top of the list of places to visit for those traveling to the region. Before becoming a point of interest, Turkmenistan was one of the Soviet republics, gaining its independence on October 27, 1991, during the collapse of the Soviet Union. With much of its territory covered by the Karakum Desert, the country has a predominantly hot and dry climate, a defining characteristic of its arid and dominant landscape. Ashgabat, known as the White City and the capital of Turkmenistan, evokes an intriguing combination of the secluded Pyongyang and the extravagant Las Vegas. Its fame comes from the twinkling fountains, monumental statues, and striking buildings clad in white marble that, on sunny days, make the city glow intensely. Due to this peculiarity, Ashgabat even earned a spot in the Guinness World Records for the notable concentration of white marble constructions. Beyond its impressive architecture, the cuisine of Ashgabat is also noteworthy, with plov being the most celebrated dish. This delicacy, shared with neighboring Tajikistan, is prepared with rice, carrots, meat, and a mix of spices, cooked in large portions. Plov is not just food, but a central element at various social events, from family gatherings and wedding parties to community meetings, symbolizing hospitality and community. Turkmenistan has a rich tradition in the art of carpet making, a true national symbol that transcends generations. The craftsmanship skills are carefully passed down from parents to children, ensuring that this cultural expression endures over the years. In recognition of the importance of this industry, the Turkmen government has established a ministry exclusively to manage the production, export, and exhibition of carpets, which are appreciated worldwide. Ashgabat, the capital, is home to a carpet museum that houses an impressive collection of over 200 historical carpets. This museum is also famous for displaying the world's largest carpet, measuring 301 square meters, featured in the Guinness Book of Records. Additionally, Turkmen hospitality is exemplified in the tradition of serving plov to visitors. This gesture of offering plov is not just a matter of hospitality, but also an expression of respect and cultural appreciation. We might have missed a detail in the video. If you notice anything, let's talk about it in the comments. If you like the content, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends.